Linda loved apples. Red, juicy, crunchy apples were her absolute favorite. But lately, something had been wrong. A little ache, a tiny twinge, had started in one of her bottom teeth. This led to Linda's first ever trip to the dentist. A slightly scary, but ultimately wonderful adventure. The first thing Linda noticed about Dr. Smiley's office was the bright, cheerful colors. Rainbow-striped chairs lined the waiting room, and a fish tank bubbled merrily in the corner. Linda felt a little less nervous already. When it was her turn, a friendly nurse with a kind smile led her to a comfy chair that felt like a throne. Dr. Smiley, whose name really did suit him, had a gentle voice and warm eyes. He explained everything he was going to do using simple words Linda could understand. He showed Linda his special tools, the tiny mirror that helped him see inside her mouth, the soft brush that cleaned her teeth, and the little drill that buzzed gently. He explained that the buzzing sound was just to help clean away the tiny bit of sugar that had been stuck on her tooth, making it ache. Linda giggled when she saw how small the drill was. It wasn't scary at all. Dr. Smiley checked all of Linda's teeth, making sure they were all healthy and strong. He even gave her a special sticker for being such a brave patient. He also talked to Linda about the importance of brushing and flossing her teeth twice a day. He showed her the correct way to brush, making sure she didn't miss any spots. Linda learned that keeping her teeth clean would stop any more tiny sugar bugs from causing any aches. After the checkup, Linda felt much better. The little ache in her tooth was completely gone. She happily promised Dr. Smiley she'd brush and floss regularly. Leaving the dentist's office, Linda skipped all the way home, already looking forward to eating her favorite apples again. This time, knowing how to keep her teeth healthy and happy. Linda's first trip to the dentist taught her that going to the dentist wasn't scary at all. It was a fun experience where she learned how to take care of her teeth and keep that bright, happy smile shining. And most importantly, it helped her understand that looking after her teeth was important, not just for avoiding aches, but for keeping her healthy and happy for many years to come. Raju's visit to Grandma and Grandpa's house. Raju loved visiting his grandparents. Their house, nestled in the countryside, felt like a magical place. It wasn't a big house, but it was full of love, laughter, and the delicious smell of Grandma's cooking. This particular visit was extra special because it was summer vacation, meaning Raju had plenty of time to spend with his favorite people. First, the journey itself was an adventure. Raju's dad drove, and they passed fields of swaying rice and trees heavy with mangoes. Raju watched, his nose pressed against the window, his eyes wide with excitement. He couldn't wait to see Grandma and Grandpa's smiling faces. When they arrived, Grandma rushed out, her arms open wide. Grandpa, smiling gently, followed closely behind, offering Raju a warm hug. Immediately, Raju felt the familiar comfort of their home. Grandpa took Raju's bag, and Grandma led him inside, where the air was filled with the comforting scent of freshly baked cookies. The afternoon was a whirlwind of fun. Grandpa showed Raju his collection of shiny pebbles he'd collected over the years, each one with a fascinating story. They spent hours playing checkers, Grandpa patiently teaching Raju new strategies. Later, Grandma taught him how to make paper boats, which they then sailed in a nearby stream. The sound of their laughter echoed through the quiet countryside. In the evening, Grandma served a delicious dinner of rice, curry, and his favorite sweet mango lassi. After dinner, they sat on the porch, watching the fireflies twinkle in the darkening sky. Grandpa told Raju stories about his childhood, stories filled with adventure and wonder. Raju listened, captivated by his grandpa's tales. Before bed, Grandma tucked Raju in, singing a gentle lullaby. He drifted off to sleep, feeling safe, loved, and completely happy. The next morning, he woke up with a smile, already looking forward to another day of fun with his grandparents. Raju's visit wasn't just about games and treats. It was about the simple joys of spending quality time with loved ones. It was a reminder that the best memories are often made in the simplest of ways, surrounded by the warmth of family. He left Grandma and Grandpa's house feeling refreshed, loved, and with a heart full of happy memories to carry with him until his next visit. Cinta's wobbly wheels and a big, brave heart made for a wonderful story. Cinta, a small girl with bright eyes and a mischievous grin, desperately wanted to ride a bicycle. All her friends zoomed past her on their two-wheelers, their laughter echoing in the warm afternoon air, leaving Cinta feeling a little left behind. She longed to join their joyful rides, to feel the wind in her hair and the freedom of cycling. Her first attempt was disastrous. Holding onto the handlebars with white knuckles, Cinta pushed off, only to wobble precariously and tumble onto the soft grass. Tears welled up, but her grandma, wise and patient, gently wiped them away. "Learning to ride a bike takes time, my little one," Grandma said. "It's all about balance and practice." Grandma's words became Cinta's mantra. The next day, she started slowly. With Grandma holding the seat, Cinta pedaled carefully, feeling the bike move beneath her. Slowly, she started to get the hang of it. Each day brought small victories. She learned to steer, to brake gently, and to coast. Sometimes she'd still wobble and almost fall, but each time she got back on, her determination growing stronger. She practiced her balance by walking on a low wall, a fun game that actually helped. A crucial part of Cinta's learning was her perseverance. There were days when she felt frustrated and wanted to give up. The wind seemed against her, the pedals felt heavy, and her legs ached. But Grandma's encouraging words, "Just one more try," kept her going. She learned that it wasn't just about the physical act of riding, but also about believing in herself. Finally, the day arrived. Cinta confidently pushed off, her feet finding the pedals. She pedaled smoothly, her balance perfect. She was riding, a huge grin spread across her face as she glided effortlessly down the path, joining her friends. The wind rushed through her hair, and the feeling of freedom was even more wonderful than she had imagined. Cinta's journey wasn't about just learning to ride a bicycle. It was a lesson in perseverance, patience, and self-belief. It showed that even the smallest of us can achieve great things if we never give up, one wobbly wheel at a time. And as she rode alongside her friends, Cinta knew this was just the beginning of many more exciting adventures. Rara loved dolls. Not just any dolls, but the fluffy, sparkly, rainbow-colored dolls that seemed to dance in the shop window. She'd spend hours gazing at them, her nose pressed against the glass, dreaming of owning one. This particular doll, with its bright pink dress and shimmering wings, was her absolute favorite. But Rara knew she couldn't just ask her parents for it. The doll cost a lot of money, much more than she had. So, Rara decided to do something amazing. She would save her money. Rara's first step was to identify her sources of income. She wasn't old enough for a real job, but she did have a few options. Her grandmother often gave her small amounts of money as a reward for good behavior. She also received money from her parents occasionally. Every time she got some money, no matter how little, Rara put it into her piggy bank. A small, cheerful pig, painted bright yellow, became her best friend in this endeavor. Initially, it was hard. Rara wanted to buy candies and stickers, things that seemed much more appealing than a distant dream. There were moments of temptation where the colorful sweets called her name. But Rara reminded herself of the sparkling doll, its pink dress and shimmering wings. She pictured herself playing with it, and that thought gave her the strength to resist the immediate gratification. Over time, Rara's saving became a habit. It wasn't just about the money. It was about patience, perseverance, and delayed gratification. She learned the value of hard work and the satisfaction of achieving a goal through dedication. She even started helping her mother with small chores around the house, earning a few extra coins for her piggy bank. Slowly, steadily, the coins piled up. Finally, the day arrived. Rara's piggy bank was heavy, full of coins. With her parents' help, she carefully counted her savings. There was enough. With excitement bubbling in her heart, Rara went back to the shop window, her eyes wide with joy. She bought her dream doll. The feeling of holding it, its soft fur against her cheek, was even better than she imagined. Rara had learned a valuable lesson, that achieving a big dream often takes time, effort, and a little bit of saving. And, of course, the joy of accomplishment is much sweeter when it's earned. Tiara's trip to the police station. Tiara loved playing hide and seek. One sunny afternoon, she was having a grand time hiding behind a big, bushy oak tree in the park. She giggled, imagining herself a secret agent, cleverly concealed. But her game took an unexpected turn. When she finally decided to come out, her favorite red ball was gone. Tears welled up in her eyes. Her special ball, the one with the sparkly blue stripe, had vanished. Feeling lost and upset, Tiara ran to her mum, who was sitting on a nearby bench. Mom listened patiently, wiping away Tiara's tears. Instead of getting angry, Mom had a clever idea. "Let's go to the police station," she suggested. Tiara, though initially confused, agreed. The police station wasn't scary at all. It was a building made of warm-colored bricks, with friendly-looking officers walking around. A kind officer named Officer Dan greeted them with a warm smile. He listened carefully as Tiara, still sniffling, explained about her missing ball. Officer Dan asked her questions about where she'd last seen it, what it looked like, and what color it was. He even drew a picture of the ball in his notebook, a sparkly blue stripe and all. Officer Dan explained that sometimes things get lost and the police can help find them. He told Tiara that they'd keep an eye out for her ball. He also showed Tiara his police car, explaining how its lights and sirens help keep everyone safe. Tiara felt a little bit better, understanding that even though her ball was missing, she wasn't alone. The next day, Tiara received a phone call. A park worker had found her ball near the oak tree. Tiara was overjoyed. She rushed to the police station to pick up her beloved ball, thanking Officer Dan profusely. He smiled and gave her a sticker with a police badge. Tiara's trip to the police station wasn't what she expected. It wasn't scary. It was helpful and kind. She learned that police officers aren't just about catching bad guys. They also help people find lost things and make the community a safer place. And most importantly, she got her sparkly red ball back. That day, Tiara understood that even when things go missing, there's always someone there to help, making even a lost ball feel like a happy ending.